I'm actually giving you the group stage roundup. That's it. That is it. The group stage is officially over. Now we know the teams that will be going through, the teams that will be going to the third place, who might go through. You know, basically know what the table is now. And it's going out. And luckily, England are they got through. Usually, people get happy that England gets through. But the stats don't lie. We didn't. This game was boring. It was a really interesting game to watch. One of those games are not really brings the fans in. So for England, it's a little improvement, but there's still problems with Southgate. He is in that phase where managers don't see the problem, but then you think of team, and you think that they should see the problem, but they don't. And the fans, we see the problem, we know the problem, but we don't know how long Southgate is going to fix the problem. I wasn't really happy with the changes he made. I think mainly should have started over Trent, or rather than Gallagher. I'm not really a big fan of Gallagher. I think Foden and Saka should have been rested for Slovenia and put Gordon, Palmer, Kane. Because I'm not saying Saka's not good. I'm not saying Foden's not good. I'm saying the fact that they are both underperforming in a big stage, and if their partnership's not working, then Southgate needs to do something to change, and he's not doing anything to change that would affect the game. Slovenia gave it their best. They actually got third place because Denmark drew against Serbia, which I'll talk about in this video. But Slovenia felt like they wanted the game more. England didn't feel like they gave pressure. They gave it a fight, but it was the problems we've had is continuously. Before, the fans were saying it's coming home, and now it's problems arise, Southgate out. I can understand why people are saying Southgate out. I'm still that person who says, you know what, Southgate, just give him until the whole tournament. If he fails, sack. If he wins, then that's good for us. But things do need to change. I'm like, Foden went back home to Manchester to be with his wife because he's got a third child. Congratulations, Foden. But we need to massively improve. We need something that can change the squad because we know our defense is weak, but what can Southgate do that can bring the fans to change their mind and actually support the team? Because it's just boring. It's not really... No games are boring, but if you see a manager that has lack of improvements, then what can we actually be proud of for Southgate? I think Southgate is in a crisis. He needs to change because this whole Southgate situation has just making this club worse. And it's not fair for the fans. There's players that can fight. There's players that don't want to show fight. There's players that want to give fans an opportunity to the team to win the Euros. There's players that are still in the starting lineup that just does not want the fans to see England winning the Euros, which is sad. Serbia versus Denmark. Both another boring game. Switzerland had the better chances. They've had better chances, like Rabona's. They've had disallowed goals. Should have been 2-0, but the referee disallowed it. I thought the game was more for Denmark than for Serbia. Serbia didn't feel like they were in it. They didn't give they didn't give that much of a fight for Denmark to actually allow them to get something, which is not good. But they do bring threat to the team, which is good, because if they have threat players, then they can bring the squad into high hopes. I have faith in Denmark. I knew Denmark was going to go through. My prediction for this group was right. England, Denmark, Slovenia, Serbia. But the thing is, Serbia, I think they just rely on Mitrovic to get them to safety, to get them to win the match. But you can't just rely on one man's squad. I think Mitrovic is a big part of Serbia, but not like they can't always rely on Mitrovic. But that's how most teams work. Most teams work as just rely on a certain players. But like with Denmark, they're the type of team that can rely on multiple players, like Eriksen, like Poulsen. They've got a good squad, but I want to see more of them. I want to see this team reach to its heights. I want to see this team get where they are, because this is a massive clash for Denmark and England to go to, and Slovenia to go to round of 16. But we have to see what's going to happen in round of 16. But guys, remember the round of 16 video will be out on Saturday. So make sure to hit the notification button to make sure you know the round of 16 video is coming out. And hit subscribe button if you're new. I think that England, if Southgate finds the problem before Slovakia, then that's a good idea for England to realise their faults, because they should, whatever the problems are, like, just get them back to the plane to England. Because there's players, because Denmark can show the fight. They show the fight. They won the battle. We didn't win we were just too lucky. We were just too lucky to get something out of this game. We were against Slovenia. credit to Slovenia, but we were just lucky to get something. Thanks for watching this video. Hit the subscribe button if you're new. Part 2 will be coming up. And that is the group of death. Major shocker in the group of death was, and I'll tell you why. Hit the subscribe button if you're new. Hit that button if you enjoyed this video. And hit the notification button. When the Group C video will come out, you'll be the first person to notice. Peace. I'm out. Come on, you irons.